lyrical, spiritual style. Lyrical, spiritual style.
Mr. Demanus.
What's up? Here we are.
My brother, Christopher Details. Yeah.
Yep.
So for those who don't know, I'm going to start this shit off right. Business over in the house with my brother, the none other, the Christopher Details out of Los Angeles, California.
Here we are.
One of my OG homeboys and partners. Very, very long history with this brother. For those who don't know, he's an artist, a photographer, a long-time MC, producer, husband, philanthropist, all-around great guy.
Yep.
Parks and Rec of City of Los Angeles. Big help to the community out there. And stylish man. Feel good next to this man. He's a well-dressed individual.
There we go. Appreciate all that.
Having a huge heart. Humongous heart. Yes, sir.
Let's go.
So, let's start this off right, man. So, how did you get the name Christopher Details? Because what was your rap name before? It wasn't Christopher Details, right?
My rap name before was Demonos Locals Only. It was a bit long, a bit people didn't understand what I was saying.
Right.
Everyone had a hard time saying when I was hearing my name and writing it down. And then I knew I wanted to use my first name, Christopher. So people who didn't know me would think they know me already. Because I've been remembering people's names for 10 years, and then they have an Instagram name, and I forget their name. So I was like, I gotta have my real name, and then kind of like a moniker too. So I was like, my friend Jeff from high school, he always knew I was like detail oriented. I'm a Virgo, so big on being organized and little details here and there, and some important details. And I was like, I needed to have a letter D. So I was like, thinking a lot of different words with D. So came up with Christopher Details. I thought it was nice and good, and we're gonna rock with that right now.
That's what's up, man. Yeah. So for those who don't know, Locals Only is a very California thing. I'm pretty sure coined by all the surfers at the beach, if I'm not mistaken.
Yep. I would use it. I use it I got it from them, but I'd use it in my own terms. I'd do locals only thing around the world. Locals only around the world. I'd take the trains everywhere. Don't do tourist things because I travel quite a bit. That's kind of where I started taking on my photography is traveling around the world. Hong Kong, Cambodia, Amsterdam, Italy, Brussels, wherever I can get my hands on. Morocco, Durham boys.
That's the Morocco boys, the Durham boys. Yeah. That was a crazy experience, man. I'm gonna take the opportunity to talk about it.
Please.
Because that was like life-changing for me, man. For those who don't know, Chris and I went to Morocco together and then to Barcelona together in 2012, 2011, way back. But so I foolishly I had no idea what I was doing, and I flew alone. You guys all went separate from me, and I flew into Morocco. And we got in Marrakesh, or I got to Marrakesh, and nobody there spoke English. And I stepped off of the plane outside of the airport, and it looked like a totally different world than anything I was used to. I was like, oh shit, reality hit me. I was like, fuck, I'm here by myself. I don't know anybody. I could get taken real quick. I was like, whatever, man, I'm gonna take my chances. I'm from Cali, bro. I can't handle myself out here. So the first cabbie was like, no, I'm speak English. And then took off on me. Second cabbie, same thing. Third, same thing. I'm like, fuck, I don't know the number to this hotel, nothing. All I know is the name of this hotel where we were staying. And the last guy that pulled up was on a little scooter, and he had a huge fucking scar all the way down his face. And he was like, come on, I'll take you to the hotel.
I remember you telling me that.
He's the only one giving me the opportunity to go to the hotel. So I took the opportunity. He took me right there, man. And I made it to the spot. And as soon as we got there, the lady that was hosting us kicked him out of the hotel, paid him, and he went on his way. But that was my start to our adventure in Morocco.
Yeah, real recognize real. I remember that scar story. And I remember seeing you there. We're way across the world and seeing you over there in a Riyadh, I think they were called. And we're drinking our mint tea.
Yeah, that's right.
We're drinking mint tea and hanging out in Morocco, and that was a nice little spot. I felt like That was the most exotic place I've been. Morocco, Marrakesh. Eating with you at the
Bro,
night market.
same.
I'll never forget that.
Oh man, and it was an experience for me in Morocco, man. Experiencing Ramadan.
Yeah, we were there during Ramadan, and we were doing push-ups with you, doing your exercise routine at 6 a.m.
That's right, bro. Getting up, getting it.
on the rooftop.
I can't believe I was doing that. I was doing
Chris,
so many drugs back then. Somehow I learned. I kept working out.
I'm gonna wake up, Chris. Ooh.
Yeah, you were like, nah, bro. I don't want to get up. Hell yeah. But that was a beautiful experience to experience with you. And I learned how to surf in Morocco too. Remember?
Yeah, right where the camels were, right there. That was cool. I was in the water with you. I went
Yeah,
in
we
the water
both
too.
surfed. That was the first time I surfed ever.
First time
Yeah, first time.
in Africa.
Yo, it felt like the Middle East though. It didn't feel like Africa.
No, yeah, I felt the Middle East, but that was Africa. And that's the only time I
With
surfed
whatever
on
Africa's supposed to
vacation.
feel like. Yeah, right.
All of that.
Right. But that was a beautiful trip, and I'm glad I got to experience that with you, man. Seeing the ducks hanging up on the trees, and
yeah, we had a road trip there too. We drove through Marrakesh to Essaouira, a beach city, and that was mad tight.
oh, yeah, that's it. That's awesome, man. Yeah, still, I remember the words that I learned from Morocco, and I got some Moroccan babysitters at the Y that I go to, take the kids to, and I speak. I said, "Salamu alaikum," and
Yep.
Shukran.
JJ's international, so you be speaking. They spoke a lot of different
International
languages.
player.
So international player.
Yeah, they did. Dude, do you remember those spice racks? How beautiful the spice racks were in the market down there.
Yeah, the colors and the smells and the rugs. All the colors are different over there. It was really dope. I was really down with that spot. I want to go back. Take my family there one day.
Absolutely. Yeah, man. So back to the music. When did you start picking up a pen and writing? When did you start rapping and decide you wanted to do music?
I remember specifically. It was like 1999 in December. We had my friend's cousin was DJ Babu. He DJ'd on his 15th birthday.
Oh, yeah.
He was scratching for us, and then we're like, oh, we're blown away. We're like hip hop, and we were like, we all bought turntables. Those few months, I got turntables like for my birthday or whatever, and then I was the worst DJ at all of us. So I was like, you know what, I got a lot to say, and I was like, I really like rapping. So I remember freestyling on some maybe some Alchemist beats or maybe some Mobb Deep beats at Bisco's house on New Year's Eve on that 99. And
shouts to Bisco. Yeah,
shout out to Bisco. I was rapping in there, and they're all shocked. They're trying to keep up with me, and they're just like, I can't do this. And I did it everywhere in high school, and I was writing. I got notebooks. I'm cleaning up my notebooks now, and there's hella notebooks. Like they're like a lot, and
that's what's up.
kept doing it. So there's always making raps and working with different producers since '99.
So did you start out just strictly freestyling, or did you start like writing your first raps in '99?
I think I started writing freestyling first because it's always fun, and everyone's like, we're at house parties. I was being at house parties back in the day. We used to go to house parties with my DJ crew, Wax Monkeys. We threw house parties everywhere. So we were freestyling at the house parties every weekend. So that's where I gained my skill, I think, the most. And then when I'm by myself, riding the songs were really nice. So I really enjoyed writing the raps and working with all the producers who are down to meet up with me and make the beats for me.
I think the LA area house parties are legendary for like giving birth to so many creative people, man, because those house parties were humongous out there.
Yeah, definitely. We did it.
The house party scene was big, man.
Yeah, for the most part, it was cool until the fighting started, but until then, we're just drinking 40.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Girls are dancing, and we're just dancing and bring a 40 or two and just like have a good time. And everyone's like trying to like rap and freestyle, and like I'm just killing it. And then I started going to clubs, and people are like, it's all at midnight. I meet up with all my regulars over there, and like wherever club I'm at, and like I see the other MC, and we're like 12 o'clock. We're like 12 o'clock, meet at the smoking patio, and like start rapping a bit, and just like continue on, and just being in the scene and being in the culture. Like this is all we know how to do here. Like Southern California, we just active, just like
Yeah,
know,
active party active.
yeah, active.
What's the parties that you were going to? Are they mainly Filipino parties or like predominantly Asian party scene?
I would say half, and then maybe Latinos for sure. Yeah, since we were based out of West
Right.
Covina, La Puente, and all the way to the Valley, and
Mm.
all the way
Baldwin Park.
to the IE, yeah, Baldwin Park. That's where Wax Monkeys is from. So
Mm.
that's us right there. That's West Covina. So half Filipinos, and then half like Latinos. Like
Mm.
then, yeah, not many of the other Asians until maybe later on in high school. But good little mix. Good little mix.
It's a it's a good mix of people, man. Especially people that like to party. I miss that scene, man. I miss those times.
Yep, 20
I
years,
miss like being
20
able to go to house parties and stuff. Yeah, man.
years ago. I'm sure the kids are still doing it. Like I'm sure they're still out there doing the same stuff.
Absolutely.
We've evolved. We moved on. Like our parties consist of like bomb food and like nice music that we listen to, and we still turn up, but
Oh
eating
yeah.
eating eating
Yeah.
eating good and feeling good, and so pool action. We like we do it right now. We make what we make, and we relax when we got to. We like it now.
So when did you start making your first records? Like when did you start recording?
Yeah, I remember my first one. I must have been 19 or 17 with my friend Jay Spins from Wax Monkeys. We made our first EP.
Mm.
And what was it called? But we had CDs. I had these purple CDs, and I would pass them out. And I had a photographer friend. He took our pictures, so we had a nice little cover photo. And we performed at a lot of acrylic events. That's who hooked us up with some nice events back then. We would model for them and play music with them. But that was one of
Oh,
the
Acrylic, the company.
yeah, the
The,
hip hop and urban, we're a little urbaned out. They were in Rock the Bells and doing all that, but that's who
that's right.
started me off
Yeah.
with all my events. I opened up for like Dumbfounded, and I opened up for like Son of Ran, and those are good times.
Really? What year was that?
The years, I'm not sure. 2005, 6, 7, one of those.
Right. It had to be around that. I took Dumbfounded on his first tour that he ever did.
Nice. That's awesome. Yeah. Yeah.
I
Shout out to
remember
Dumb.
when he was coming up through the ropes, man. Mhm.
Yeah, he's super dope. Still
But
making
yeah,
dope
that.
stuff.
Did you ever make it out to the Blowed and stuff? Were you going out to Project
I'll
Blowed,
kick it. I'll
freestyling
kick
and
it for
stuff?
I'll kick it for
Yeah.
sure. I think I was like not ready or not down, but I'll just be over there kicking it for sure.
Did you ever do any like production stuff? Did you get into doing like producing and stuff like that?
I definitely jump in the studio with my producers and like hit some keys here and there, be like, I like that sound and like this arrangement. But when it comes to the computer, I got a hard time. Like I have a hard time like pressing the buttons.
Right.
Like sometimes I get on some apps on my iPad, start making beats in Japan. I'm like, oh, I'm gonna make some beats in Japan, and like I can just never finish them. So like it's so hard for me to finish. It's like so hard to finish. Like I never execute.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I agree. I probably got a million skeletons that are just like 4-bar loops that I just keep playing over and over and over. You know what I'm saying?
That's what I got. I got lots of those, and I just want to keep it to the pros. Like I want to do my thing, and like having your own music is like there's a lot of jobs to it. You need to make the beat, make the music, you need to record it, you need to have visuals. So like let me stick with what I can do best, and like that's what I'm gonna do.
So, what brought you over to doing? You've been doing a lot of house stuff too, like more party rap things, and what kind of ushered you into doing that more?
Yeah, definitely. After 20 years of doing this, like the underground hip hop events, they've been good. One couple times a year, 3 times a year with some gigs, and I wanted to change it up. I want the girls to be happy. I want to be lively. Like I want the backpacker rappers. Like it's not working for me. Like it's not working. It wasn't
Yeah,
it
yeah, yeah.
wasn't 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 for me. Like I don't want a room full of guys like staring at me. Like it's cool. they're all staring at me and like get the props after. But when you get dancey and have fun, like girls are happy. Like that's what I want. I want for the girls and the guys and to enjoy and like we could dance and like have a good time. And I want to perform at raves. That's what I want to do. I like going to raves. I go to Burning Man. I go to Lighting the Bottle, and I see these raves and they turn up. And I feel like I'll be a
Dude, a
good
lot of
bridge.
people don't know that's like the way I cut my teeth for performing was definitely like mainly at raves with thousands of people emceeing the drum and bass, just freestyling the drum and bass for hours, bro.
I'm about that.
And that
Yup.
that shit helped me train for the stage, hip hop stage. You know what I mean? It helped
Exactly.
a
Exactly.
lot. But it's different, like you're saying. Like it's nicer when people are dancing to your shit. You know?
Yeah, dance and having fun. I like it. I like it more too. Like I like the complicated raps. I like the lyricism and like it's super dope. But I want to just like I want to have fun now. I want to have fun. I want people to have fun, and I want the visuals to be fun and colorful. And that's like my new take on these last year or two. So just coming out with my last EP, the Reception EP, with all the 6 dance beats on them with DJ Rex. We're
Hmm.
like I want to like
Yeah, that shit was hard, bro.
yeah,
Shouts
yeah,
to
you like
Rex
it?
too.
Yeah, Rex.
Yeah,
He's a
it's
new dad.
dope, man.
Yeah, he's a new dad. He's like
He's a
he's
new
ready to
dad
knock
too.
out. Yep, another. He had a new kid, and he's gonna be working on our music again when he's all settled there. But we worked hard this last year, pumping out the pumping out the 6 songs
Yeah.
and recording them and getting them all mastered and good, and having nice little packages for everybody. But we got some good ideas going, and we got a nice Spotify like a plan and like set in order. So we're excited. We're excited.
Yeah, like it brings me back to you saying the colorful stuff. Like you're such a visual artist too, to me, man. Like visually, you're very good at piecing art together. I mean, your Instagram looks flawless. You're always posting really dope pictures. Your
Appreciate that.
media, all your content is on point, bro. It's really dope. You and Liz have been working hard at it. Those who don't know, Liz is your lovely wife. I love Liz to death. Uh,
Oh, baby.
and yeah, it's cool to see that combining, man, your music and your visual talent. It's really dope to see. A lot of people can learn a lot from you, man. So I'll be definitely posting up your Instagram after this.
Wow, I appreciate that. Yeah, the art and the music, it's who I am. It's like I'm gonna be pushing 40 soon, and I'm like, when do I stop this? That never, because this is like who I am. This is like what I want to do. Like no matter what's going
Right.
on and whatever responsibilities or job things I got going on, it's like art and music. It's just what I want to do. That's what's coming out of these hands and these eyes, the photos and all the music that we do. It's like this is what I want to do, and this is what's going down. And yeah, I appreciate all the kind words on the
Absolutely.
stuff.
Are you working on like any new stuff with Rex, or you? What kind of stuff are you working on right now?
Yeah, with Rex, we have our little plan in order with our putting out a song every like 6 weeks or so. He's working on some new beats for me, so we're gonna finish up on some more songs and then hopefully put out an album. That's what we're thinking. But what we're really gonna do is with a few more songs, I'm gonna like record my own like Tiny Desk series like type video, like 6 songs
Mm,
at the Bloody Gum studio. Bloody Gums is my art collective over there. We've been doing things together for the past 6, 7 years. So we got all our homies there who's gonna help me with my visuals on set. So set design from Burke Visual and also some woodworking from my homie A Bars. We're gonna have a little setup, record 6 songs like with all nice video work from my homie Jeremy from Los Angeles Video Club. He does good work. He
mm.
just did my Lean Back music video. Check it out on YouTube. It's super fire.
Ah, yeah. Then
Yeah,
that shit's dope, man.
yeah, that's a good music
Yeah, that
video. And
content came out really, really, really good.
yeah, I got a lot of good feedback, and everyone loved it. The energy was wild that day, and making music videos is nice. Like people reach out and want to help out. I made a music video in Spain last year.
Mm.
Someone had a videographer want to meet up and make a video, and about it. When you make the music, they will come. If you make it, they will come. Like
Yeah, no, people don't realize that you shot a music video for me too, man. The Controller 7 music video for Couch, the Shoot First, Last Laugh.
that shit was tight. The moon came out perfect that night. We had some moon shots and at the old zoo in
At
LA.
the old zoo, oh, that spot was crazy. See, I miss that, man. I miss being able to find little cutty spots.
Yeah, we got the cutty spots, man. After doing the
That was a good
photography for like 10
location.
years. doing photography for 10 years. Like we're looking for it. We're looking for it, and we know these little treasures out there. Like I've anything within 200 miles of here. Like I found it. I've been there. Like we be looking. Me and my wife Liz, we've been driving around since we met, and we just been traveling and taking photos. We're cleaning up our closet upstairs today, and we got like stacks of film and stacks of tapes, and we got 30, 40 cameras. We're like trying to get rid of some, but the photography and the visuals is what it takes us everywhere. It's like it makes you hungry to get out there to like capture the world. Like
Mm.
I feel like one of my biggest roles is like to document, like document
Mm.
what we're looking at, because like one day it won't be here, but overall document in a tight way, because people don't always got that eye.
So you've been doing it for a really long time too. Like, what as far as uh, film goes, what are you shooting on?
I use a Fuji film, like 35 millimeter film, 400 speed.
Mm.
It's I got some cameras, some Canons that I use. They're pretty dope. It's a hand me down from my stepdad. He gave it to me like 11, 12 years ago, and then I picked it up like 11 years ago. I was like, oh, this is dope. I wanted to make, you're on Instagram, all the pictures look the same back in the day.
Right.
That's how I was like, oh, this is like, I gotta be different. I want to be different. I want to look different. Like, then the film took off. Like, film has been dope, just like how records are still dope. Film photography is like still dope. You got the Dolo, because that
Mm.
shit's expensive. And yeah, this June will be 10 years of since my first photo show. Pretty stoked about that. I'm trying to find a space to
Dang.
throw a 10-year show here somewhere. So if you know anybody, I know some spots, but I'm looking for a perfect spot to really celebrate my 10 years of curating and really solidifying my photography career.
I mean, it seems like shit's going really good for you. What's Bloody Gums? Is that your company or like a crew?
Yeah, Bloody Gums, our crew, our art collective. It's got got a bunch of dudes in there, super sweet, talented dudes. We got A Bars, he's our captain. He's the one that leads the way, and we got Anta 52 from the desert. We got Della Desso here out of Riverside. He's the one that originated the grime paint. We got our homie Bert
Mm.
Visual. He does everything from set design, murals, and painting. And our homie Balloonsky, he does like balloon installations all over for Monster. But there's like a dozen
Mm.
of us who just are active. We have each other's back. We all make dope shit. We stay in our lane, and then we join together like Voltron sometimes. Like we just like
That's what's up, man.
yeah, we support each other. Yeah, we've been making shows for like 8 years now. Been doing it with Super Chief Gallery, the Debunked Think Tank Gallery, Delicious Pizza.
Mm.
We've been connected with a lot of nice places and people who see our vision, and we've been doing it up since pop-ups every week. Before the COVID hit, we were about to do shows in Paris. We already did shows in Colombia and Manila. I bring art all over. We like bring it together with the guys as like a strong group. We're like a little tight ass army, killing it together.
Y'all did one in Manila?
Yeah, I did 2 shows in Manila at the 12th House, right there at Cubao Expo. The homie,
Nice.
yeah, I done 2 shows there. I bring like six LA artists, most of them Bloody Gums and whoever else I like, and then like 6 Filipino artists from Manila, and we have one show together, and then
Mm.
super dope turnout. Bring all our merch from over here, over there, and then I'll even bring their stuff, bring it back here, and I threw another show here in LA with their stuff. I call it Overseas. Me and Liz curate a show
Damn.
called like Overseas. We did it in the same thing in Medellin, Colombia. That's where my wife's from, Elizabeth. So,
Damn. You're such a worldly dude, man. How important is connecting community for you as far as like outside your own Los Angeles community?
it just happens instinctively and naturally, like shaking hands, saying what's up, and like loving people and hearing people's stories. Like I do everywhere I go. So the local's the only thing I used to do. I do it everywhere. Like what I do here, I do everywhere. I go to Manila, I go to Medellin. I'm talking in Spanish, talking about Bloody Gums and asking how their art is, walking around, kicking it all night, meeting new people. Like that's just what we do. We're just nice and sociable. I got a lot to give, and I want to I got a lot to receive too. I want to hear about people. I want to
Mm.
know people's stories and want to exchange energy. I think we're here to exchange energy. To me,
Mm.
that's what it's about.
Absolutely, man. What so what's like the next art stuff you're doing? Are you still doing the Bloody Gum shows?
Yeah, all day. We just came back hard. We just got a new studio in El Sereno, so we're doing a bunch of stuff. We
Okay.
just had two. We have like a show a month. We're just coming back after COVID. You know, COVID just slowing down. It's like coming to a halt, right? Just like it's almost
Right.
over. So we're coming back.
What
We're
so
coming
what's
back.
the shows consist of? Is it like an art gallery, photo gallery, and then music, right?
Yeah, art. Yeah, so we're art and music. Yeah, we're throwing music in there a
Mm,
bunch because a lot of the Buddy Gums guys also make music now. Like they're
mm,
DJs and they're singers and they're rappers like me. So they're half and half. You know, it used to be all art. Like we have like
mm.
installations and pieces of immersive art. People really knew us for our immersive art, not just pieces on the wall, but
Right.
like things you can go in, look at, and like see, and like big installations. And we still do that along with our new like our music element to it. Like 3 or 4 of us will perform, and then we'll ask 2 more performers, and then we got our event. So like that's the way we're doing it right now. But
Damn, that's what's up, man.
yeah, coming up, I'm actually curating next week the Long Beach Filipino Festival. Someone asked me,
What?
so yeah, next Saturday
Dang.
I'll be over there. I curated the art for artists. Me, I got a big wall for my photos from the Philippines, and then I got
Mhm.
three live artists painting. I curated them, and then I should be performing too on stage over there. So I think it'll be my first festival.
Hey. Hell yeah. Pinoy pride right there. Pinoy pride.
Yeah, I'm proud to be
That's what's
Filipino
up, man.
American.
Same, bro. That's what's up, man. And that's like that shows in your art too. How important is it to represent your culture in your art and music?
Yeah, definitely nowadays, as I get older, it really means a lot to me. You know, when I was young,
Mm,
I kind of like strayed away from it. You know, like I didn't want to be like a typical Filipino. You know, with like Air Force Ones and like no disrespect. You know, just like people like saw Filipinos in a certain way. I kind of always wanted to be different. You know, like look different, be different
right.
in my early 20s, and then but later on in my late 20s, and now in like getting to my late 30s, being Filipino American is like super important to me. Being Filipino with my lineage,
Mm,
where my parents are from, and
mm,
just like really represent. That's why like I really want to like get out there and like show people that we can do this. That we're dope. We're handsome guys. Like we're like I heard a fact the other
mm,
day that really got with me. It was like my friend was like like Asian men are the most um they're most avoided and not looked at on dating apps. And I was like, oh man, that sucks. Like them, I'm like that sucks. Like man, I better get out there. I better look good, be good, and dope, and like stand tall and do dope shit so people know what's up with us. So like
boy.
I want to represent and like being Filipino and like learning more about our history. You taught me a lot about learning more about
Mm,
our history and like being proud of our history and like our history is crazy. Like we got people just take over. Like we just got colonized like crazy. Like we're not really who we are, but guess what? It is who we are.
but we fought. We fought really hard, against the
Yep.
colonizer and the oppressor. And your people, people from Mindanao, they're the ones that the soldiers had to create the 45 caliber for because they couldn't stop the
Woo!
Mindanao warriors. Yeah, they couldn't stop them, man. It
Woo!
was amazing, right? Yeah, and that's from down
Yeah.
south, and that's something to be proud of. There's so much history in the Philippines that the world doesn't know yet, which I feel like it's so important to tell the world. I take every chance I can get to tell a story from the Philippines, and how we were oppressed by the Japanese, how the 45 caliber was made, just old headhunter tribes, and now Wong, she was on the Vogue Philippines, the tattoo artist, 106
Yeah.
years old, bro.
That's
Yeah,
huge. That's a big deal. Yeah, we're
huge,
getting there.
huge. It's more than just Manny Pacquiao.
Yeah. Shout out to him for putting us on the map because I walk around Echo
Oh,
Park and people are yelling Manny. I'm like, yo, I'll take you, dude.
yeah,
Like, he's a dope fighter. Like, he's like a boxer. He's not just like he's not like a tennis player, a pool player. He's like a boxer, and he's like
right,
representing
right.
for our people.
Did I ever tell you the story when when I was doing sound? I did a commercial for Manny Pacquiao and Kobe Bryant, And
Woo!
I was so excited that Manny Pacquiao was going to be there, and nobody on the crew knew who he was. So we did the interview with Kobe, and I was like, he wasn't very cool, to be honest. He wasn't mean, but he wasn't that cool. And then Manny showed up with his whole family, brought his whole family, and they brought a buffet out and had the aunties, the titas, and the titos. They were all there. His Lola was there, and I introduced myself, and I was telling him like, "Yo, I'm half Filipino." He's like, "Oh, okay. You want to eat with us?" Huh? I
Oh
was like,
yeah.
I can't, Manny, but I gotta work. But it's like an honor to meet you. You know, it was a beautiful day for me.
Look at that. He's a
Mm.
big person, and food and family. Look, that's the Filipino way. Bring your family,
That's the
and
Filipino way.
that's the Filipino way. Food and family. That's our love language and food. So
Hmm.
I'm proud. I'm proud of that. I'm proud of being Filipino. I'm proud of being here, and thankful to my parents to come in here when they were in like sixth, seventh grade and killing it. You know, getting in the fights. My dad had to do what he had to do. He had a DJ. My dad had a DJ crew, and he came here and like he held
What?
it down. Yeah, my dad had a
Dang,
DJ crew
that's what's
here.
up.
Yeah, Sounds of Elite. My
Dang.
dad's DJ crew. They used to rent halls over there in Walnut, West Covina, and like charge and throw parties. So
Was it like, were they like
stuff like that.
scratch DJs or party DJs?
Party DJs. Dude, my dad would still be popping. He's like, because weekends are made for fun. My dad will still start popping. You know.
Man, breakdancing and popping, b-boying is such. I was thinking about this the other day. It's such a like, it's a huge part of my upbringing, man. I watched my first memory ever when I was 3 years old. My first memory was we were walking, me and my sister and my aunt, at the Santa Cruz Beach boardwalk, and this circle of b-boys were out there, and they were doing head spins, flares, all that shit. And I stopped, and I was like, enamored by them just watching. And then I look around, and my sister and my aunt were gone. They kept walking. They didn't see that I was still there, and I was only three. This lady
Three.
swooped me up, and she started running with me. She tried to kidnap me,
Oh,
and
story 10.
I'm screaming, ah, 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 ah. And then I see my aunt and my sister roll up, knock her down, swoop me out of her arms, and take me. And that's the last thing I remember. But that was my first memory, was that and b-boying. And then ever since then, b-boying was like, it was glued to my brain, hip hop, you know?
That story took a turn, but dude, yeah, hip hop definitely shaped my life for sure. You know, like that's
Oh,
definitely what shaped my
absolutely.
life for sure, big time.
It's it's a gift, man. It's been a gift in all our lives, you know. Most
I
artists
agree.
are
Yeah,
though.
yeah. I'm really happy to be a part of it and still being a part of it in the way that I am. You know, it's really dope.
All right, same, man. What's like the new stuff that you're working on right now, art
So I got
wise and photography wise?
otherwise, I'm really trying to get into 3D animation this year. It's already April
Ooh,
now. I've been talking about it since last year. I want to create visuals like for myself and other artists. I want to when I'm at a festival and I'm at a show. I'm like, dude, I can make those. Like I can make those. Like I just gotta get into it and get on the computer and try. Like I was doing some 3D artwork on my Quest on my little on my VR. That was cool, but
yeah.
like I gotta execute, you know, like I gotta I like to keep the things I used to do and add. So like I gotta like really hone in on like what I want to do and 3D animations and 3D visuals is like something I really want to do and still keep all the other things going, you know.
Have you started tapping into any of the new stuff like with the AI, chat GPT and all that? Like the
Yeah,
new tech?
yeah. Last year I was already making a bunch of AI with the homie Dewey Saunders. He's like put me up on it, and we were making a bunch of stuff on there. And that would even change it even more, change it even quicker. Chat GPT is crazy. That shit is like that is a real robot, dude. It's like you can ask that thing a question and it's smart. It's like it's super smart. But we've been making visuals on the AI, and I've been using augmented reality as well. Have you heard of that?
Nah.
AR, augmented reality, is kind of like what Pokemon Go is. Like in real life, you got like you augment your reality, right? So your images will show up on your phone, but in real life. So on a lot of our art shows, I'll incorporate augmented reality. So like my even in my zines and my books, you'll have like you'll pop open your phone and my on my images, videos will show. So like if I have animations on my video, it'll like show up. Or even in real life, you got my piece up, you're looking at it, you put your phone up, and all my visuals will show up. So I'm trying to incorporate that with AI as well on some next shows.
Damn, that's dope. That's dope. Hell yeah.
You got to keep up
Did
with it. You got to
have you
keep
gotten
up with the
into like
times.
are you into like using graphics and green screen and all that? Like the computer animation and stuff?
No green screen, but that sounds pretty cool.
If there's a young up and coming artist coming up, like what would you suggest they do to become successful or start an art scene in their town if it's like a small town or something like that?
Yeah, I would say be true to yourself. You know, it sounds really what most people would say, but be true to yourself. Like if you love what you do, put it out. Like no fear. I said this before in an interview before when like you give advice and suggestions to new up and comers. Have no fear. Like don't be scared what people think. Like there's 6 billion, 7 billion people looking. Like the internet is a huge place. Like hundreds and thousands of
Right.
people could like your shit. Like put that shit out. Let people see your journey. Like let people see
Yeah.
your progression. Like if you don't think it's dope, it might not be, but you gotta feel like what you like is dope. Like if you love it, 100 other people love it, 200 people will love it, and keep on doing it. The more you do it, that 10,000 hours thing, that shit is for real. Like
Right.
you don't got to go to school. You can, but if you just keep doing what you love and not be all worried about what people are thinking, and you become authentic
Mm,
and you put out what you like, and like if you like have a good basis and you just grow from there, that's gonna be all you. You know?
that's the biggest block in a lot of people's decision making when it comes to artistry is worrying about what people think, you know.
Yeah, forget about that. That's not gonna be good
That's
for
a
it. That's not gonna be
gem.
good.
That's a huge one.
Yeah,
Yeah, you might
I
as
live
well
by that
forget
quite a
about it
bit.
now.
Forget about it. Yeah, that's how I live pretty much. You know, how I dress, how I look. Like, if I love it, my wife probably does too. You know, she's a big confidence for me. She's like, you know, she really supports me, and I got a big support system. You know, like big homies like you who's had my back this whole time and loving what I do, and
Mm,
like it's been so long now. Like, if you're 20 years old and you're making stuff, and your best friend likes your shit, and you just keep adding on. You know, they like your
right.
shit. Just keep on building. Like you gotta build. It's not gonna happen tomorrow. You might make something super dope, and they like it tomorrow, but it won't happen unless you make it. So make that song, make
Uh,
that visual,
You got
put
to
it
take
out.
those steps. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, a leap of
absolutely.
faith. Yeah, leap like the universe really awards leaps of faith. Like take that leap of faith
Like,
and like ski.
yeah, you can't be lazy. You can't be afraid. You have to just jump in and go head first and be courageous when you do it, right?
Yeah, biggest reward for that biggest risk. You know, the bigger risk you take, the bigger reward. So take those risks. Take those risks.
Absolutely. Is there like a certain style of fashion that you're inspired by right now? Because you're a very fashionable dude, man. A lot of my
Appreciate
guests
it.
that I have on, I'm not saying they're not fashionable, but they're not like they don't come from the same scene that we come from. You know, like when I was on Fairfax that whole time, you were on Fairfax that whole time. You know what I'm saying? We came up in that scene that was bubbling, and fashion in LA is it's a big part of growing up in California. It's a
It
big
is.
part of our style. Having a style is it represents who you are as to a certain extent, part of your identity, an extension. You know.
It is. Yeah, how I feel on the inside is how I look on the outside. That's how I like representing myself. And you know, you do it without trying too hard. You know, we're older now. We're like more evolved. So
Mm.
everything you see now is like it's just like it comes easy. You know, it comes easy. So how I dress is whatever's at the thrift store. That's for sure. Whatever when I'm
Same.
traveling
Yeah.
when I'm traveling and I like a piece of clothing like oh, I'm picking this up like I don't know, like exactly. I don't know exactly how I dress. Like, I'm not sure what kind of style it is, but definitely like being inspired by like going to Japan. Really going to Japan in my younger years really taught me to how to
Mm.
dress however I want to dress. Like, is this too many rings? Is this too much? Like, fuck it, wear that shit. Like, wear that shit with your head high. Like doesn't matter. Like, you're just gonna like you'll find your way. Like just dress how you feel and it's the new age, you know. There's like so many people and so many styles. Like it's hard to be an individual now. It's like almost impossible. So
Right.
like just be you. Like wear crazy shit. Like that's how me and colorful. Me and Liz, we dress crazy. Like we look like we're going to Coachella like every day. Like somehow, like people are always like, oh, we like your outfit. Me and Liz are like at Target. I like your outfit. Like oh, just like it's like half pajamas, but half just one jacket. You know, like one extra jacket and like sunglasses, and it's over. Like people feeling it, and like yeah, the pieces around the world really helps. You know, like pieces you could never find. Like oh, this is a rain. I wear rain jackets. Like people are like, damn, that shit's crazy. I'm like, oh shit, this is a rain jacket. Thanks. It's like really
That's
happy about
hilarious,
how to
man.
dress.
Yeah, I was thinking about that the other day, that the internet's really like, it's giving everybody a glimpse into all these different social scenes and cultures. So now everybody's mixing and matching and taking little bits from all these little cultures that used to be separate, which was dope
Yep.
to me. That, you know, Houston had Houston style, LA had LA style, New York had New York style, but now it's like everybody's kind of mixing it up, which is cool because we're sharing with each other, but at the same time, you lose your identity that way. So I think like trying to be original was like, especially from our era, man, where we come from in California, we have a very definite style, you know?
Yeah, definitely know people know I'm from California for sure. People usually know when we travel. They're like, "Where are you from?" You a resident, sir? LA. They go, "Oh yeah, for sure." Like this is where I'm from.
Right.
So going out all the time in my 20s really taught me like I need a new outfit. It's like I'm like, oh shit, I need like if I go out 3 to 4 times a week, I'm like, I need another jacket tonight. Like I need to look fly with this girl. I need to, like I can't wear that same jacket. Like I gotta wear a different jacket. Like I better. So I got a lot of jackets. Like whatever with the shirts, but different jacket. It's like it's on.
That's why I learned the beauty of having plain things and cheap plain things and mixing and matching. In school, I learned that because I didn't have much money for clothes, so the homies would share. You know, we'd each like swap gray Dickies for the black Dickies or maroon Dickies for the brown Dickies or whatever. You mix and match, but you keep it cheap and plain. You switch it up, then you'll never go wrong, man. You'll look like you're always fresh. You know.
That's right. Little simplicity and little like pizzazz. That's how a little I got the
Right.
Dickies on. I got the Dickies on right now. It's like little simplicity,
Yeah.
pizzazz, mix it together, and then here we are. That's what we look like.
Levi's, Dickies. I still hit all these old like secondhand stores and vintage stores to get my shit. Just get it cheap, you know what I mean? Like I don't have money to be spending on fucking Gucci and shit like that. I don't want to spend that much money on
No,
clothes ever, you know?
luxury brands are
Especially
like
coming up in Fairfax. I'm so used to getting free clothes from Fresh Jive and Supreme and all that shit that I was like, the thought of buying something that's that expensive is just kind of absurd to me.
yeah, we're blessed. We're blessed. We're blessed. Yeah,
Yeah,
half my clothes are
extremely.
from the homies. Half my clothes are from the
Yeah,
homies.
yeah,
Like all our clothes. Like
yeah,
I don't
exactly.
just because we're in the scene. You know, we're like around more creatives. Like and they just give it up, and we're lucky to do that. I'm happy about that.
Yeah, man, absolutely. But well, is there anything like you want to say to the audience out there, like any stuff you working on or you pushing any of your product?
Yeah, I appreciate JJ Mestizo having me out on his lyrical spiritual show, lyrical miracle, lyrical miracle
Lyrical
show.
Miracle
Yeah,
Spiritual. Lyrical
lyrical
Miracle
miracle
Spiritual
spirit.
Show.
Yeah, I got you. That's a good show. I'm happy to be on here. For myself, just keep giving me those plays on YouTube and Spotify. Christopher
Mm,
Details on everything, Instagram, Spotify, YouTube, TikTok. Christopher Details. Give me some plays so I can keep doing this. I'll be making more videos. Look out for more visuals. Curating more art shows. Like I've been taking a nice break this year, but we're gonna hit this summer hard again. Every summer we hit hard. It's like a big time to make events happen. And I had a big show in January with the homie Dewey Saunders, Tropical Depression
oh yeah,
at
shouts to Dewey. Love Dewey.
Hayes. Yep, shout out to Dewey. We linked up to do a dope ass show at Hazy LA with like 2,000 people or something. It was crazy. One of the biggest shows I've
Nice,
heard.
man.
On January 13th, 2023, we started the year off strong. People were like, "Is this how you roll, Chris?" Like that was a good event. We had an awesome event, and we're gonna be ramping up to do it again. So looking forward to that. Looking forward to making more songs.
Hell yeah.
Looking forward to traveling the world some more. Going around. I should be going to the Bahamas. I think in June. So I'll get some flicks there and
Shit.
get some content, some fun content. Whatever that may be to people. But take a little like a vacation, and that's where I do my thing. Overseas and traveling.
Shit.
That's kind of
Stop
like,
in Florida, man.
woo. We might, huh? I might. I'll think about that. We'll hit you up after that. But other than that, hit me up. Go to my shows. Listen to my music. That's all we looking for. Give me a handshake. Send me a DM. I'm down to chat. I'm all about that. Come talk to me. Let's
Yeah,
exchange
man.
energy.
Check him out. Christopher details on everything social media. One of my favorite people in the world. I love this man. I think he's one of the most talented people I know. One of the best, biggest hearted people I know. And I'm proud of you, man. And I look forward to seeing you do more and what's coming next.
Likewise, JJ. You're the man. Big Papa over there. I got your back, and I will forever, man.
Same.
That's what's up.
Same. I love you, brother.
Let's go.
I'll talk
Love
to you
you, man.
soon. Thanks for doing this, man.
Oh, all day. Have me again. Happy to be here and be on the show.
Yes, sir.
Lyrical, spiritual. Lyrical, spiritual.